What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our season preview for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All that and much more coming your way right now! Alright, before we get into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video as it will help us out tremendously. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Alright, Nick, with the 2022 NFL season fast approaching, we have yet another season preview to get to. Today we're going to be talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers going through a massive transformation this offseason with key losses such as Big Ben Roethlisberger, the face of the franchise for the last 15 plus years. You saw guys like Juju Smith-Schuster leave in free agency, as well as Trai Turner, a big offensive guard who was one of the stabilizing forces for this team. They let him go to the Washington Commanders. They have to rebuild that. When you take a look at some of the players that they actually got in free agency and in the draft, you look at players like Myles Jack, you take a look at players like Levi Wallace, and you can't forget about the quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett, with his small hands, is going to be one of the guys to lead this team for years and years to come. But, Nick, I want to hear from you. Let us know about the first 6 weeks of the schedule as we predict what the Pittsburgh Steelers season is going to be like.
Yeah, well, through the first 6 weeks of the season, we had the Steelers going 2-4, and, you know, I don't think Kenny Pickett's small hands are really going to have anything to do with it, but he's just not going to start off great. A lot of overturn on this offense with a new quarterback, a lot for a rookie quarterback to learn on the fly, and when you're starting out against the Cincinnati Bengals in week 1, things are just not going to go great. Going into week 2, Bill Belichick plays against rookie quarterbacks better than any coach in history. There's no shot that Bill Belichick's losing this one to a rookie quarterback. But then going into week 3 and week 4, you've got the Cleveland Browns who don't have Deshaun Watson, and we don't know at this point when he'll play. We can be pretty sure that he won't be available, and that's going to hurt them. Jacoby Brissett will not be able to lead the Cleveland Browns past the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then the New York Jets, week 4, another team that has had a lot of overhaul this season. I don't believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers will be losing this matchup either. And then week 5 and week 6 could not get any worse. The Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, two of the strongest teams in the NFL altogether. Not a shot that the Pittsburgh Steelers get their way in those 2 weeks.
Yeah, going 2-4 is not ideal for the start of the season for Mike Tomlin and company, but hopefully the next 6 weeks will be better. Probably not. In week 9, there's obviously a bye week, but week 7 and 8, they have two massive games. One against the Miami Dolphins with Tyreek Hill, and in week 8, they face off against their Pennsylvania rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, with A.J. Brown and this dynamic offense. This is one of those teams that is going to put up shocking numbers this year. We are both in on the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Steelers and being one of the better teams in the NFL this season. Coming out of their bye in week 10, they get a massive victory over the Saints. This is going to be one of those games that can help turn around a season. The New Orleans Saints are one of the best teams in football to date, and with the way that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going, they are going to have to catch fire soon if they want any chance at making the playoffs. In week 11, they run into their division rival Cincinnati Bengals. It's not going to be pretty. Just like week 1, they are going to face yet another loss, but in week 12, they face Matt Ryan. Another big time game on this schedule and another big victory. 2 out of 3 coming out of the bye. That's got to have them feeling good. Sitting at 4-7, they head into the home stretch of the season.
And then going into the last 6 games of the season, the Pittsburgh Steelers winning 4 of them, but ending 8-9 on the season. And Mike Tomlin has yet to have a losing season as the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. This would be the first of which. But let's take a look at some of these games. Weeks 13 through 15, a 3-game win streak and a game in the middle there, which is their first up against the Baltimore Ravens. Big game there that they're able to get a victory in. Then week 16 and 17, 2 big losses, Raiders, and their second visit up against the Baltimore Ravens, splitting the series there in the season. And then week 18, getting a nice victory to end it off. It's just not quite enough to put them over the top, and that's going to be tough to win the division. As you've already seen through our record predictions, the Bengals and Ravens have both had better overall records on the season, and that's going to be very tough for the Pittsburgh Steelers to make their claim for the playoffs in the AFC.
Yeah, the AFC is obviously stacked, with the AFC West being 4 teams deep. The AFC East is one of those teams that could also produce 1 to 3 playoff contenders. And then obviously in their own division, Baltimore has a stake in this. The Bengals have a stake. They are going up against some fierce competition in the AFC. This is not the AFC of old. It is not going to be handed to Pittsburgh to be able to make it in an 8-9 record, but could they squeak in at number 7? You guys will have to wait and find out. At the end of this series, we will go through the playoff predictions as well, so stay tuned for that. And be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.